Hi, everybody. My name is Brendadavis. I am one of your adjudicators for A Trip to the Moon. This is my first time adjudicating, but I've been working with the Monroe High School Theater program for the past 12 years. So I'm very familiar with theater, with one act plays, and I have to say I really enjoyed your show. Hopefully I left you some really good notes, but I know sometimes it's nice to get feedback face to face. So I guess this is how we're doing it with the virtual oral feedback this year. Um, so first I'd like to say I haven't seen A Trip to the Moon before, and I really enjoyed watching your show. I thought the acting was very well done. I felt like it flowed superbly. All the little sketches blended together to create this story of what it was really like to be living in that summer of 1969. I appreciated the conspiracy theorist. I thought that was really funny. I liked the family scenes and the interactions. I liked the big family scene. It was really fun to watch the teenage son and the annoying little sibling and the mom that was overbearing and wanted her little boy to have a girlfriend. I just thought that was a lot of fun, and I think that's what people did in the 60s for the moon landing. They came in and they watched it and they saw what happened and they interacted together, which I think was great. I really got the feel of the 1960s from your show, from the music that kind of introduced every scene. I thought that was clever and interesting, and and whoever was doing sound did a nice job. Um, I thought everyone used the stage well. I know that one of the sections is using the space, and I think you all did a nice job using the whole space that you had. I did have a couple notes on scenery. Um, I appreciate that you have to keep the scenes simple, especially when you have six total scene changes. I appreciate that you have to keep them simple. I did note for a couple of the scenes, it was a little confusing. The office, it would have been nice to just maybe have a little bit bigger desk. That first scene and sixth scene, or skit and sixth skit, I think it would be nicer to make it look more like this gentleman had a desk than just that little table. I did also mention that um, in the scene where it was the dad and the little sister, and then the bigger hippie sister, um, using those desks, I was really confused at first. I thought that that was a classroom, and even with the dialogue between the dad and the little sister, at first I wasn't quite sure until the older sister came in, and then I realized like it was a family having dinner. So maybe if you use that same little bit bigger table that you used for the office, you could use it for that scene. It would be just a little bit less confusing. Um, and then I also mentioned the second sketch or skit with the mailman and the two housewives. It was just, that was the one place where I felt the space wasn't used right, because if it would be a housewife getting her mail, then it looked like the mailman went into the house and she was outside with the neighbor. The setting was a little confusing, but the scene itself was well done. The acting was well done. Um, that was poignant. I mean, the look on her face when she got the letter, like I can't imagine what that was like during the Vietnam War. So that was very good. But those notes are also written, so if you're not understanding like what I'm saying, I'm not good on screen. I'll just let you know that. I let my students do the acting, and I like to stay in the back. Um, let's see what else. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here. So many things. I took pages and pages of notes on your show. Um, for the most part, voice was very good. I could hear most everyone. In fact, I could hear almost everyone perfectly. There were a few scenes where people were a little softer. And I just made a note, like if you're not facing the audience, to always remember to project more, because we don't hear you as well. And I get it. In some of those scenes, it would be hard to be facing face first, and that's okay. Just make sure you're projecting so that your audience can hear you. Um, yeah, but I mean, as far as things that you did well, it was a very believable show. It was very convincing that you were living in the 1960s and this moon launch was happening and it was really exciting. And the first and the sixth skit, um, I liked the boss was just so annoying. I wanted to strangle him. And especially in the sixth skit, where the young lady comes back, the engineer, and she's looking for a job. And you can just see the annoyance on her face. I'm not a secretary, I'm an engineer. You know, just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I can't do what everybody else can do. I could see that in her face. So that was great. Um, yeah, so if you have any questions, I'm not sure how this works. You'd be happy to reach out to me. Once again, my name is Brendadavis at Monroe High School. And otherwise, I know we're not supposed to say you did great or you did well, but I I really enjoyed it. And like I said, it was a believable show, lots of different levels, um, really showed some depth too, with the characters. In a short amount of time, it's hard to develop a character, but I think the students did a great job trying to develop the characters in the 2 to 3 minutes that they had on stage. So keep up the good work, and I hope you advance to state and have a good day.